Hello, English 101 students. This video is to help you with the instructions on the documentation exercise. Please check on Canvas for the due date if you're watching this. In addition, I also want to show you some of the stuff at the online writing lab at Purdue University, which is a very good walkthrough of how to do MLA citation, how you get there, and some of the resources that they have. So let me go ahead and share my screen. We'll take first a look at the MLA documentation exercise. Okay, so on the documentation exercise, basically what I'm asking you to do here is to create an MLA works cited page using these sources as your source. So the instructions read, sample MLA homework, 10 points on your homework / quiz grade. Take the following information and type a proper MLA works cited page on a separate page. You will turn this in a Canvas as a document. Use pages 429 to 445 and 457 to 465 of steps to writing well to an extent. A card as a reference. There's a card that came with your MLA, or no, excuse me, your English 101 book. Make sure you use that because there's differences between the MLA 7th edition, which our textbook currently uses, and the MLA 8th edition, which is what we're going to be using in this class. So I want you to take the sources that you see here and create a properly formatted MLA works cited page. It needs to have the right title, it needs to be alphabetized correctly, in the right order with no numbers, all that sort of stuff. Now, some of these sources are real, some are not, and some of them have more information than you need. Enough information to cite your sources correctly, but some of them have a little extra information just to let you know. Now, the 457 to 465 is to help you with formatting. It's a sample MLA paper that has notes in it, but there are some things that are changed with the MLA 8th edition. I'd like to show you those. But type this up. Everybody do their own individual file, even if you work together on it. And submit it in the Canvas assignment. But now let's take a look at the online writing lab at Purdue University. In Google or your preferred search engine, just type in Purdue, online writing lab at Purdue University, and MLA, Modern Language Association, just like you saw in the plagiarism PowerPoint. First thing that's going to come up, MLA formatting and style guide. So we click on that. And this took us to the MLA sample paper, but I want to show you something else first. MLA formatting and style guide. You can click on that on the left-hand side. It's part of the margins. Now, a couple things here that I want you to notice. One, at the top, gives you an explanation of what the guide is, but it also has links to the Modern Language Association's video series if you need video help besides this video, or the Online Writing Lab's video YouTube channel. So you've got basically 3 resources in one, just in this first third of the page. Make sure you utilize it. The most important thing to remember about citation and citing correctly is to remember that very, very few people memorize this stuff. And they probably all work for the MLA. The important thing is to know where to look it up or to reference it to get it correct. Okay, and this is one of those sources that you can use to do that. So, creating a works cited page using the 8th edition. This goes over the basics. I do recommend that everybody read this. What is required in a basic print source, basic web source. What's going to be important in a lot of classes, composition classes, how to cite a work from an anthology. All of this is available on the Purdue, and really the only thing you have to do is put it in the search engine right up here. But to kind of scroll through this, it'll tell you, where to put the city of publication, what to do with the URL or the web address, all that sort of stuff. And even finishes off with how to cite this particular website. But another useful source on the Purdue is the sample MLA paper. And you can reach that once you're on Purdue by just putting sample MLA paper in the search bar It should be the first thing that comes up. Yep, MLA sample paper. Why is this useful? And this was on my grading guide for my composition and lit courses, but I do recommend that you take a look at this on your own. Not only does it help you with the sample, how to format your essay correctly, but if we go to the end of it, we see a sample works cited page. Now, some stuff to take note of. You know this from your reading, but just to reiterate, works cited starts on a new page. The title of the page is in the middle, it's centered, it's not in bold, it's not underlined, it's not in quotes. Notice how this is alphabetized by what the source starts with. Allen, Baker, Danoff, Damari, and so on. Now, I don't know if they have one on here, but one thing I'll point out is articles don't count. So, on your documentation exercise I have right here, one of the titles is The Dangers of Lemmings, for example. Well, you might think that this alphabetically goes under T, but this is an article. A, the, of, and. So this would go under D for Dangers of Lemmings. Okay, so back to the sample essay. Oops. Went back accidentally to that. Let's go to the right place. Okay, notice that your last name and page number are still in the upper right of the page. And we indent the second line. Full-length works are in italics. Shorter works, like say poems or short stories or articles, are in quotation marks, like you see here. And there's a note on that there. Something that I always found useful is knowing why I had to do something. And when I was in school, and this shows you the why of all of this stuff. So I would print out these last couple of pages and look at these notes. Use them as a guide for creating your own MLA works cited page. Okay, well, I hope this helps. And let me know if you have any questions. One of the things that your book says to do as far as citation is not only look at books and online resources like Citation Machine or something like that, use your instructor as a resource. Now, there will be some class time dedicated to the documentation exercise, but you want to get started on it right away because if you get started on it, it's much easier for me to show you where you have to fix something than to start from scratch. So again, if you have any questions, please let me know. If you want to do a draft of it and send it to me early, go ahead and shoot it off to me in an email.